So one question we're asking is, how do we program our robots to follow socially acceptable behaviors? So for instance, as more androids are in our society, what happens when you have it go and get your prescription for you? How do you make sure it stands in line patiently and, like pays for the prescription instead of robbing the place? Because that would be the most efficient way for it to complete its task. Well, some researchers over at Georgia said, how about, we learn through ethics and values through our stories that we read. That's how we learn. So let's make robots in our own image. Let's create them with a brain so that we can upload our stories and then run programs in the background so they can learn ethics through those stories. So of course I find this absolutely fascinating. I tweeted out, SMU Community Outreach responds and says, well, you better not allow them to play video games. Right? That's actually an intelligent statement to make if that's our fear. Well, the researcher came back and said, any one story may negatively impact the AI. I suggest giving it all stories created by a culture so that the common themes and values can bubble to the surface and others will fade. So my call to action for you tonight is to read more science fiction. Be mindful of the content that you put out into the world because it affects not only human minds, but also artificial minds. Stay tuned later this year because my own science fiction is being released and I want you to read it and live long and prosper.